And Sparkle. Hello, Crafty Friends. Sparkle here. So I'm just doing a little flip through of week 3 of our Exploring Joy journal. If you go to YouTube and use the hashtag Faith Journal July 2025, you can see a list of everyone's videos. Okay, so this was the third week, and I had some visitors last weekend. My son and his wife bought my first two born great-granddaughters, Mina and Maeve. They were 27 and 32 months, so they were here for the weekend. So, so I played a little catch-up, and mostly I'm just journaling in this book now, and I have to type my notes because of my hands. I can't write. And I did do a craft each day. Unfortunately, my journal is busting, so I'm not going to be able to add them all to my book, but I'm keeping them all in my box here, and I'll be able to add them to other journals if they don't fit in here, or I'll deconstruct this and make a different cover. But anyway, Monday was let's see, what was the verse? James 1, 2, and 4, and it talked about having patience, having during trials, and focusing on the outcome. How testing of the faith produces patience. And I did one of these little floppy pieces from that Diane from Faith Art Designs made. Let's get rid of that. So it's just some scraps, and I put them in here so you can journal on the backs of my pages. And I use cash receipts, old cash receipts, so there's one in there. And yeah, so that's just in here. Whether that'll stay in here or not remains to be seen, because like I said, it's getting way too fat. The next day, our focus was on joy and peace, which was found in Romans 5, 1 through 5. So here's just a simple heart doily with some butterflies. It was a rough weekend with Mike. He's failing, and so the butterflies remind me to fly free. So when he gets time for him to fly home to our Father in heaven, he'll be good to go. And for this craft, I just made a, this is something I use a lot for adding notes and things. It's just a 3 folded like envelope, and it's got pockets so you can put your notes in here, or you can put this on plain paper and you can just write all over it. So we have that, and it's just a little tie. And the next day was on obedience, and it was Hebrews 12 through 2. And this craft was from, the site was Carolyn Mussings, and she gave us this really cool freebie, and there's like 4 different versions. This is Joy and Obedience, but it opens up, and there's a little flip journal spot. Okay, so this was really fun to make, and that was so generous of her. Vanessa did the video, but the product was from Carolyn. Okay, and that just folds in here. And like I said, normally I would have just put a belly band and put it in there, but it's really too thick, so we're going to take that out. Let's take this one out too. So here's just some butterflies. I have the verse here, and some encouragements to us to look to Jesus as the ultimate example of faith and perseverance. So no matter what our circumstances, we just have to look to Jesus, and we can overcome any obstacles we may have. And then this was Monday. They left they left the next morning very early, but the girls were crafting, and I crafted with their mamas more than 25 years ago. So we were videotaping, sending videos to their parents, and the girls, my granddaughters, were saying that they wish they could be here because they had used to have fun with us. And here's a picture I got of almost everybody. My daughter-in-law was taking the picture, so she's not in it. But there's my son and my first two great-grands, and of course hubby. Oh, and my dog. And my coffee filter. This is the center, so we're halfway through. And then just a few more pictures. And talks about rejoicing in the Lord always. And then the next day, we're justified by faith, Matthew 25:21. And it tells us how we are to live our lives as followers of Jesus, as servants of God. And, no matter what we're going through, He's always faithful. And this is just a flip out, and I'm not sure where I got this from. I'm sorry. It was in my stash, but I decorated with some of our elements and put a tab here, and it's a journal spot. Okay, it's lots of journal room. So I did try to do a craft each day, even though it might not have been the one that was featured by the guest of that day. So that takes us to today, which is the weekend, and I shouldn't have left these pages because if I don't put anything in, they're going to be blank until we come to Monday. But that's what I have, and I thought this was cute. So the girls, my great-grands, every day we did something, and I still have a couple of these that they made. So I was thinking of making these little zines for them, and then I was going to stick some pictures on here of us in the day, swimming and stuff, and then I'll mail these to them. And I thought that might be a little cute remembrance if they remember that they were here. So, they would say that they're at their vacation house, which was down the street, and they were at Grandma Lynn's house, great-grandma Lynn's house. So, anyway, that's what I have for this week. It's a bittersweet week. Last week, this time, I was waiting for them to arrive, and now this week, it's all over, and it's just back to Mike and I again. So, be blessed, my friends. I'm enjoying seeing everyone's videos and trying to keep up, and, everybody just go at your own speed. So, be blessed and have a beautiful day. Bye now.